How's it going? I'm John Millan, and I played Gabe from The Black Rose. And thank you guys so much for having me here. Uh, so I'm John. I have a lot of hobbies. I picked up cards, started doing card tricks. Beatboxing came along in middle school as well, so I can hit whatever I can. I played a little bit of guitar. I played drums for 8 years. I ride motorcycles. I know how to drive manual. I can skydive, and I have so many hobbies, and I just love to do it. And then my buddy Josh, he got me into acting, and it. I didn't think too much of it. He invited me to a stunt course, and there was a class that he was going to audit afterwards, and I said, yeah, let's go. So we did, and I signed up immediately, and I just started taking more and more acting classes, and now here I am. I got accepted to the Lee Strasberg Film and Theater and Film Institute, and we're starting here in a couple months. And I'm excited to see what method acting's really about and learn the basics and become a true method actor. Um, Being on the motorcycle, it's changed the way I see the world in a way because four wheels move the body, but two can move the soul. And I'm in my own headspace. I'm in my own thoughts, and I think I'm at peace, and my head's cleared. So I use that. I have some days where I just need to ride my motorcycle. I ride for a little bit. I come back, and I just feel decompressed. I feel relaxed. And with acting, you need to be relaxed to be able to play the role that you need to play. And it's helped me out a lot whenever I played Gabriel. And then after the film, I started to dive deeper into the whole relaxation stuff, and I was able to play more characters, mess around, and sit there. There was one character that I played, Daredevil. I did a scene with my scene partner, and I pretended to be blind. So after work, I would come over here, blindfold myself, and just remember by feel, like smell and everything. And I was able to put out a genuine blind character when I performed it in front of other students. So you can give out an authentic experience so it doesn't feel fake. I like seeing actors do as best as they can, do the research on their characters and give the role its justice, because there's people out there that would get the role of a military member, and I was in the military, and I can see some differences, and you can tell when an actor has done their due diligence of doing their research for that part and when they haven't. So prep helps a lot if you want to put out a good character. I like to do breathing exercises and meditate. I so I elevate my feet. I close my eyes and I just take deep breaths and just exhale as much as possible and collapse my ribs. And I keep doing that until I get into this zone to where I feel like I can hear white noise almost. And I just keep doing that, changing my positions. And once I'm relaxed, that's when I start memorizing lines. I go line by line, repeating it like quicker and quicker each time. And then once I'm done reading throughout the entire like little page, that's when I start to give it its character. Like, oh, what kind of character do I want to give this person? How does this person move? And with Gabriel, he was a jock, so I had to play the role of a jock. I had to be kind of, can I swear?
Of course.
I had to be kind of like an asshole and not care about what's been going on. I had to be kind of clueless almost as to what was happening and give out information without meaning to in the film. I went to a winter mixer over at Abbey Ray Studios. I did a piece from, I can't even remember which monologue now, but I memorized that piece and I put out a character I thought that person was, like for that piece. After the mixer, I walked outside. I was chilling, drinking my water, and Joseph came up to me and said, "Hey, you should audition. It's going to be at this place at this time. Just let me know." And I said, "Cool, yeah, 100, like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take." So I took that opportunity, showed up, and I auditioned. And next thing you know, I got a phone call saying, "Hey, you got the role for Gabriel. Are you in?" And yes, 100%. I was filled with excitement, and I just didn't know how to act. I didn't know what to expect for the film. I was a little confused only because I didn't know what I needed to do. I felt like I needed to do something, but I just needed to wait. I needed to wait, relax, and wait until I was called up to do the scene. There was a couple takes. We did the same scene over and over, and which was cool. I got to experience that, change my character a little bit. There were some funny moments during the filming as well. But overall, my first day on set was scary, but I'm glad I did it because it's a new experience, and now I get to experience it more and more. When uh, when we did the scene running running to stop the fight, and the fight was already over, and I grabbed Uriel by the shirt and I said, "What the fuck, bro?" And he shoved me. That moment was when I experienced the realness of it. He shoved me and I was like, okay, cool. That felt real. Okay. And I felt good on camera after that. When we watched it over and over, it looked like a real situation where Uriel was mad at Gabriel for just making the smartass remarks. The classroom scene. I like being in that scene because we were just standing around. Once the teacher left the classroom, we were able to move our seats, and we were whispering in the background. That part I thought was funny. The kids were throwing paper airplanes at each other, and it just got funnier and funnier each time we shot that. And the Black Rose was a true story. Like it's a genuine story. It happens to a lot of people in the world, which sucks. But the Black Rose was genuine. It told a story, and I loved coming home at the end of the day feeling accomplished that we're putting out a story that not a lot of people talk about, because it's a very serious thing. Suicide is a real thing, and it is scary. Not it could be uncomfortable, and I'm just glad I took something home that was real. What would my question be for the director? What was your favorite part of filming? Oh man, so it was new for my family. It was new for me too, but I had to act like cool about it. But I was freaking out internally. Brought my family, and they were just so stoked to see that I was doing something different from what the previous generations have done. My entire family just worked and worked and worked 9 to 5s their whole lives, and they never got into acting or the military or like any of the hobbies that I've ever done. I'm the one that stuck out. I'm the guy who likes to pick up things and just do it because not a lot of people do it and people consider it unusual. But it keeps me busy and it keeps me level. And going through that premiere, it was nerve wracking. Signing posters, I'm like, wow, there's an actual red carpet there. People are getting interviewed, people are getting their photos taken. And I was just sitting there sweating, waiting to watch the movie. I wanted to see what all our hard work looked like. And it was fantastic. I was so happy with how it turned out. I couldn't be any happier with like us getting that whole theater, that section to ourselves and watching the film. It was a great experience, and it was also a little bit emotional, but I loved all of it. John Millan and I proved this message. No, sorry. Thank you guys so much for having me. It was really great working with all of you guys. We had those days where there was like some tension and stuff, but Joseph was able to help everybody relax. We all started like breathing and stuff, and we were able to get the shots that we needed to. So I'm really glad to have worked with people who just, roll with the punches. And I'm John Milan. My Instagram is John Milan Tsunami, and hasta luego.